Choice in Skrruullerrt system. Suppose configuration cumulative interest is ready to make such and such choice in the Skrruullerrt system. Though, to make this choice, some conditions in the organism should correspond to it. Suppose if there is not enough of some substance, this choice can't be done. Right, but one can do another choice. The next instant is really going to come. It really comes for focus dynamics, for focus of closed attention, because a gliroliftivny impulse induces it to move from some configuration to another one resonationally. And at the same time, you talk about the fact that the more we develop our high activities, the more the first two centers deactivate, the less we depend on our biology. This is not so straightforward, as you say. Information peculiar to the first two centers realization, as their own activity decreases, opposes to realization of the more qualitative brain sections. More universal brain sections, less imperceptna. That is, their realization intensity decreases. This leads to increasing of intensity and opportunities for realization of creators of the more qualitative centers. Opposition decreases. During cortex particular centers development, resistance for realization of creators of the more qualitative levels allows not just intuitively, not just slightly to feel and to be unsure in something. With increasing development, it allows to observe perspective of the given choice and to separate what is the most favorable to you from this perspective. At the moment, you intuitively can choose something, but you don't know, would it be better or worse? If I do this way, I know it will work out. And if I do that way, I don't know what is going to happen. Since your ventrolateral cortex is in the infancy activity state, you don't observe a perspective, cannot fulfill strategic planning towards most favored direction. You use what is profitable for you now, at the moment, here and now. Intuitive perception development will allow you to think, what if I do not this way, but that way? In this case, it will turn out to be this way, and this way. Well, this is much better. You will see the longer run of your favored direction, of your reaction, and you will choose it better than what you get here and now. This becomes possible owing to the fact that your choice will less depend on the center's work, let's suppose on the orbital frontal cortex work. One can say that when we activate more qualitative brain sections and the other hormones are produced, then something missing for the more qualitative choices shouldn't necessarily come from outside, but it can be synthesized independently in the organism. Is it right? This also can happen. Lack of some microelement can be compensated due to the processing of the other element and obtaining the same result. For example, you have said the other hormone is produced, but this is not necessary. Too many reactions of both higher and lower levels can submit to the same reward systems. Though, really, they are different. The striatum is some reward system. The medium hypothalamus is another reward system. The black substance is the third reward system. The tegmentum ventral part is the fourth reward system. And the other, less important sections also produce dopamine, or having activated serotoninergic ways, they induce us to accept various decisions. Depending on which of our sections are activated the most. That is, hormones play interconnecting role here. Yes, there are inhibiting hormones, there are stimulating hormones. Various brain sections can stimulate various hormones production, which will have different effects. But in this case, our choice mostly depends on the activity degree and information unpacking mechanism. The information unpacking mechanism is just exactly the cortex. Creators-regulators of the dorsolateral cortex, if it's more active than the other brain sections. After unpacking the information, will be able, by the own neuronal networks, to provide completely different choice than orbital frontal cortex creators-regulators who have unpacked the same information. That's because the amygdala is on their way, meaning completely other neuronal network participants. Their creator-interpretators will put their own vision. The chains organized by creators of dipleative and ampliative cortex sections are different. They are attached to the different brain sections. The participants' set of every neuronal chain is what influences strongly on the choice of final outcome. Besides, the neuronal chain is not as described in the internet sources. Something has come to the hypothalamus, from the hypothalamus to the striatum, from the striatum to the cortex. No, in fact, this is fireworks. This is powerful fireworks. Where there are synapses instead of sparkles. Besides, they act not in linear order, but in the volume, which includes a lot of brain sections activated in this decision, in this realization more or less. Some of them to the more degree, some to the less. It may be concluded that our choice in the Skrruullerrt system depends mostly from which hormone has been produced in the organism and filled us. Yes, our choice in the Skrruullerrt system depends on which brain section has been activated by this hormone. The same dopamine can activate dorsolateral cortex section, and the same dopamine can activate orbital cortex section. and creators interpreters of each of these brain sections will react differently, because they are attached to the different chains.